Hey, how's it going? This is Jay Luxine. Good evening, and I hope that you guys enjoyed your weekend with your family. So, since the passing of the MVP Rene Baterbonia, I've also seen a lot of posts from Mr. Pepe Alas, and you guys in the comments have been asking me, "Hey, would you react to this?" And what do you think about this? What do you think about what he said? So, Mr. Pepe Alas, this video is not an attack to you. This video is just basically me trying to make you understand why Kiefer and even you yourself are, getting so much hate and frustration from people. First, I want to say that I don't doubt that Kiefer is going to do great things in the basketball world in the Philippines, maybe even internationally. I think he's a great kid. But what you're doing, the posts that you're putting online, hailing Kiefer as the underdog hero in the middle of the mourning of the people and the Batarbonia family, is very insensitive, which is why people are channeling all their hate towards you and towards Kiefer. Because to the public, we are mourning the death of a kid that we were so excited, to watch and witness rise from poverty and become great. And here you are posting about, no, Kiefer will rise, Kiefer will be this and that, and all of you haters that hates him and judged him and accused him will just watch. And while I understand again that family protects family and you're doing your part as a family, doing this for Kiefer, but doing it at this time is probably not the best thing to do, because the pain is still very real to the people and to the Batarbonias. The grief is still very real. We still don't have justice, and I hope you see what I'm saying in a manner of we're just having a good man-to-man conversation, okay? Because I do, like I said, I do believe in Kiefer. I believe Kiefer's a great kid. I believe he's going to do great things. But if you want him to stop receiving hate and threats and accusations, what you're doing online, posting things about him, hailing him as the hero underdog in the middle of the pain of the people in the Batarbonias, is really not helping anyone, including Kiefer. It's only going to hurt him even more. The pain is still very real. And if you try to compete with that just because, you just, protect family and you hate seeing Kiefer receive all these threats and accusations, really, this is not the time. It's not helping anyone, including Kiefer. I want to ask this though. If Kiefer truly is suffering mentally from all of this hate, all of these accusations and threats, why aren't you or his father, taking actions by calling out Ateneo or suing Ateneo for putting Kiefer in a position that is so vulnerable to receive all this hate, to receive all of these accusations? He didn't have a choice, right? He was just a kid that has to be there because it's a requirement for the team to be there. And then this whole thing happened. Because quite frankly, I want to tell you, it's not the people's fault that Kiefer is getting all of this hate and all of this accusations. It's not. It's Ateneo. Because all this time they've kept their silence. And when there's silence, people start to speculate and question. Kiefer being there, he quite possibly, I'm not saying he did, but he quite possibly witnessed a crime. This is what the people is saying. If he truly is suffering mentally because of all the hate, all of the accusations, why don't you and the father just sue Ateneo for putting Kiefer in that position? He doesn't deserve to have all this hate, all of these accusations, but because he was there, he was required to be there. It wasn't his choice. Now he's getting all the hate because people think and people know that he witnessed something. Why don't you speak up and say something, right? Ultimately, It's Ateneo de Manila that placed him in that position of getting hate from people. Why isn't his father, attacking Ateneo or suing Ateneo? Is it because he had received the coaching job for Ateneo? Is it because Ateneo promised, a good UAAP career? Well, what is it? Because you're attacking the people instead of attacking the very reason who put Kiefer in that position. The Filipinos are only reacting to what happened. What caused the problem is basically Ateneo. So if you want to go against anyone to hail Kiefer as the underdog hero, you gotta go against Ateneo, not the people. Now, as for Kiefer, with whatever reason you have behind fighting for him online and protecting him and praising him online on your posts, going against all the people that are, supporting Rene and accusing Kiefer, it's not helping him. What your action is teaching Kiefer basically is to not have accountability and integrity if your own career is on the line. Because again, like I mentioned earlier, he quite possibly, okay, witnessed a crime. And him not speaking out about it just to protect his own interest, protect his basketball career, his scholarship, his allowances, his, salary, whatever comes with it, is teaching him to be a man that if anything goes south and your career is on the line, don't stand with integrity, protect your career. Don't stand with character, protect your career. That's what your action is basically teaching him as a man. He's going to be a man. He's going to be a leader of his own family, leader of an institution, however small or big that is. And your action and what you're doing right now is teaching him that, oh, okay, so when I lead and I do something wrong, I could just drop everything, to protect my career, to protect my name, which is not a very good trait to have as a man. So yes, eventually he will rise into greatness in the basketball area in the Philippines or maybe in the world. But as fast as he did rose to that position in basketball, without integrity, without character, he will also fall really fast, because your skills and talent will bring you up here, but if it's your character and integrity that will keep you up here. Does that make sense? So being family that truly loves him, and if you really want him to rise into the heights of success, today is a good opportunity for him to be taught integrity and character, accountability, being a man that stands for what's right and what's true, despite having to put his own career and own interest on the line. If you teach him to be a man that stands on character, you are building him much stronger to do great things and achieve greater heights in life. Allow me to point out something to you that you might have not seen, an angle that you probably haven't seen yet. So what Kiefer is doing right now is keeping his mouth shut about what truly happened, to keep a good relationship with Ateneo, the institution that will give him a good basketball career, a good scholarship, maybe good allowances, good exposure in the basketball world. He's keeping that relationship intact by keeping his mouth shut. But let me ask you this. Once Kiefer is placed in a position where he has to speak out the truth, and Ateneo feels like its name is on the line, do you think Ateneo will not drop him in a heartbeat? If you think Ateneo will not do it, you're wrong. Because think about it. This whole time about Rene and Divine's death, they have been dropping people like pancakes. Tab Baldwin was questioned, and then Ateneo said, oh, we don't have a contract with him. He's not an employee. We just have what do you call it? We just have an agreement with him, like a consultant agreement with him. What are you talking about? He coached Ateneo, won UAAP, and now they're gonna drop him like it's his hot pancake because their name is on the line. Tab Baldwin is a world-known coach, brought glory to the Gilas Pilipinas basketball team, brought glory to Ateneo basketball team. Now they just drop him like a pancake real quick. Why do you think that is? To protect their name. If they would do that to Tab Baldwin, who has given Ateneo basketball team so much glory and championships and wins, what makes you think they're going to treat Kiefer differently if their name and the institution name is on the line? They will drop him too in a heartbeat if they feel like they need to. So you trying to keep a good relationship with Ateneo in this whole situation of trying to find justice for Rene will not help you, because if they feel like their name is on the line, they will drop Kiefer. I promise you that. They did it to Tab. They did it to the ball boys. They did it to the utility guys that were there in the resort when this tragedy happened. They will do it to Kiefer. I guarantee you that. Because up until today, there is nothing else that has been proven about Rene's death except one thing. Ateneo will only protect its name. Not the people under it, not the people around it, only its name. They've dropped Tab Baldwin, they dropped their utility people, they dropped many other people to protect their name. Kiefer will not be treated differently if they feel the need to. So I encourage you not to put your loyalty, on Ateneo. Instead, teach Kiefer to put his loyalty in growing as a man with integrity and character and speaking the truth in the middle of all this chaos. Because let me ask you this: who won MVP in 2012 UAAP? Can't remember off the top of your head. How about 2015? Still can't remember, right? That's my point. Being so good in basketball will only be remembered for so long and then be quickly forgotten. But being the guy that spoke out about the truth in a very important time as this will be forever and much longer remembered. Far longer and far greater than what his basketball career. All right, Mr. Pepe Alas, that's just wanting to make you understand why the people are reacting the way they are, and trying to make you or help you see, other sides that you might not be seeing. Because again, I understand your family, you care for family, that's just loving family. So don't take this as a hate video. Don't take this as an attack video. I'd be very much delighted to, receive a response from you. If not, that's totally fine. If we can have also a conversation, totally great. I would love that. I encourage healthy conversations in my page. So now to the people watching this video and watching all my videos and, asking me to comment about Pepe Alas's videos, listen, we gotta stop the hate towards Pepe and Kiefer, and it's not helping us. It's not helping anyone. I understand your frustration. I'm frustrated. I want to see justice, but trying to attain justice by destroying somebody else is no justice at all. It only brings more pain, more hurt. So I want to encourage all of you to let's just stop hating on Pepe Alas. Let's just stop hating on Kiefer. If you see posts that triggers you or frustrates you, ignore it. If it triggers you to converse in a healthy way, go for it. Good. That's what we need, healthy conversation. But if it just triggers you to be angry and be giving out threats and yung nambabastos na kayo, that's not gonna help you. It's not gonna help them. It's not gonna help anyone. So let's just stop that, okay? Understand that Pepe Alas is doing this for family, and I guarantee you, if any of you were in his position, you're gonna do it too because you love your family. Let's just keep it at that, okay? I don't believe he hates any of you. I believe he's trying to protect family. Leave it there. All right. Thank you so much, everyone. Mr. Pepe Alas, thank you so much for watching and understanding my video. To all of you watching my videos, thank you so much. Kaya nato ni. We can do this. Let's be better Pinoys.